Hi, my name is Terry, and I have a deep love for words and a fascination with numbers. So I've created this video to explore the energy and resonance of a single word and to discover how connecting more deeply with its meaning can enrich our lives. Did you know that words can influence how we think, feel, and experience the world? Whether it's the sacred sound of Om or affirmations such as I am love or money comes easily and frequently, words can help us align with the qualities they represent. So we want to study a word today and so we can deeply transform it from a simple collection of letters into a lived experience. Many philosophers, poets, and spiritual teachers would describe this process as illuminating a word. And we do this by first researching the word, where it originated, the story behind the word, and then exploring its definitions and truly understanding it, not just intellectually, but deeply. Using the word in several sentences so we can understand it, we know we're applying it appropriately, and then speaking the word several times out loud, pausing between each repetition and allowing ourselves to feel the qualities that word invokes. And then finally, because I'm fascinated by numbers, I've applied the Pythagorean numerology to the word so we can explore the symbolic themes. So let's illuminate a word that feels especially important in our modern world. Peace. I chose the word peace because it's something many of us have been longing for. It also seems to be on the lips of so many these days. And as you move through these exercises, allow the energy of peace to settle into every part of your being. Let it soften any tendency towards anxiety or urgency and create space for peace to gently and naturally unfold within your life. Once you've connected deeply with the word, simply speaking it may begin to evoke the qualities you've cultivated in the word. You know, kind of like hearing a familiar song come on and it can instantly transport you to a meaningful memory. And in all things, we want the experience to be as intentional and uplifting as possible. So let's start with the origin of peace. So it comes from the Old English word of frio and sib, meaning peace, friendship, happiness, harmony. And Old French pays, P-A-I-S, meaning peace, reconciliation, silence, and permission. And the Latin pacem, P-A-C-E-M, meaning agreement, treaty of peace, tranquility, absence of war. And what I found more interesting was the Greek eirene, E-I-R-E-N-E, eirene, is often associated with wholeness, harmony, and things being joined together. So when we look more deeply at the Greek word eirene, we find a meaning that extends beyond the simple absence of a conflict. It points towards the idea of harmony, unity, and wholeness. In this light, peace is not merely a quiet environment or a lack of disturbance. Peace is wholeness. It is the experience of our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and spirit working together in harmony. Perhaps true peace is not found by eliminating every challenge from our lives. Perhaps peace arises when all the parts of ourselves come into alignment. I also wanted to touch on the symbolism of the dove. So with many people think of peace, they immediately think of the dove carrying the olive branch. The dove has symbolized peace for centuries. And one of the most familiar stories comes from Noah's Ark. After the great flood, Noah sent a dove to see if the water had receded. And when the dove returned with an olive leaf, it signaled that the waters were abating, life was returning, and a new beginning was possible. And beyond history, there's something inherently peaceful just about the dove itself. So doves are gentle creatures. They are not known for aggression or dominance. Their soft cooing, graceful flight, and calm presence naturally evoke feelings of serenity and safety. The dove does not create peace through force. It creates peace through presence. So it reminds us that peace is not always found in controlling our circumstances, but in cultivating gentleness, trust, and harmony within ourselves. Now, when we review the definitions of peace, we get the state existing during the absence of war, a state of harmony between people or groups, freedom from strife, law and order within a state, absence of violence or disturbance, absence of mental anxiety, a state of stillness, silence, or serenity, a condition of inner calm and well-being. As we read these definitions, we begin to see that peace is both an external and internal condition. So I'm using peace in sentences to help activate the word, deepen our understanding. The two countries were at peace. All I want is peace and quiet. How many moms have said that? And dads. There was a sense of peace in the village once the storm had passed. A peace treaty was at hand. Each sentence reveals a different aspect of the word. And as we place the word into multiple contexts, our understanding expands. Now let's say the word. I'm going to do it 3 times. I'm going to start by taking a breath and letting it out and then saying the word. And I'm going to do this after each repetition. So I'm going to take a breath in and let it out. And say the word peace. Take a breath in and let it out. Say the word peace. Take a breath in and let it out. And say the word peace. I'm going to say it one more time. Take a breath in and let it out. And say the word peace. Notice what arises as you're saying this, and then in between each time you're saying it, and then just as you reflect on it. A feeling, a memory, a person, an insight. Personally, while I sit with the word peace, after having, read the origins and definitions and gone through that, and when I was preparing this, I'm reminded of the many times when I felt broken or not at peace, where a situation, for example, was causing me anxiety, fear, and mental anguish. It absolutely was my internal work to come back to wholeness that gave me peace. And so that, the origins really resonate with me deeply. Let's take our exploration a step further and do the Pythagorean numerology. As a reminder, Pythagorean numerology is a system attributed to ancient Greek philosopher Pythagoras, and is based on the idea that numbers carry symbolic meanings, and that letters can be converted into numbers to reveal themes and energetic patterns. And each letter is assigned a number from 1 to 9. So for the word peace, P-E-A-C-E, the letter P aligns with 7, the letter E aligns with 5, the letter A aligns with 1, the letter C aligns with 3, and again E aligns with 5. So if we add up those values of 7 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5, it equals 21. So then we break it down further. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the numerology result for the word peace, P-E-A-C-E, is 3. And what does the number 3 represent in Pythagorean numerology? It represents joy, creative expression, optimism, communication, and inspiration. And I think these qualities resonate beautifully with the deeper meaning of peace. When we experience peace, joy arises naturally. Creativity flows more freely. Communication becomes more authentic, and inspiration returns. We become more open to life itself. So perhaps there's another way of understanding peace. When we come back to wholeness and accept ourselves as we are, we become available to the highest qualities of the human spirit. And once again, I find the result beautifully aligned with the deeper meaning of the word. And when we take the time to explore the word's origins, study its definitions, use its context, contemplate it, and examine its symbolic meaning, the word begins to come alive. It becomes more than something we read. It becomes more than something we say. It becomes more than something we hear. It becomes something we experience. Whether or not you believe words possess energetic frequencies, there's little doubt that the words we focus upon influence our thoughts, emotions, and actions. And if there's one word worth illuminating in today's world, it is peace. So what we've discovered together is that true peace is not found by removing every challenge from our lives, but by becoming so deeply integrated within ourselves that even amid life's storms, we remain whole. Thank you so much for following along today. Follow me for more words and let me know if there's certain words you want me to touch on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this content resonates with you. Namaste.